Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today is finally the day. It is finally actually Super Junior comeback day. It has been delayed for like 4 months of just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but finally they are back celebrating their 15-year anniversary because these boys are OG. Some of my history with Super Junior, I'm like a brand new elf. I've only been here since like the time slip era, so that was their last comeback. So I was here for, I think Super Clap, Iya Ya Yo. Those were all really good. I really loved that, and that album is just so fantastic. Loved every last little bit of it. I was also here for Lo Siento and Black Suit, but I wasn't like standing the group back then, so I'm a fairly recent fan of SuJu, but I'm putting the proper respect on them and keeping up to date as they do new stuff, and then later I'll start delving into their older stuff. I'm only familiar with like the currently active members. I know they have some former or inactive members that I will get to know when I delve into some of Super Junior's older stuff. But for now, I know everybody who's going to be participating in this comeback. I know who my bias is. That is Bituk, our leader, and my bias wrecker is Ryowook. So this is Super Junior. This is their 10th album. This is their 15-year anniversary. This is House Party. As sort of a bonus, I'm also going to be reacting to the Melody MV after this, because I know for sure I've watched it. I know I watched it, but I have no memory of that experience. So if you don't want to stick around for that'll be totally fine. I'll tack it on to the end of this, but just because I know it's on this album and I know there's an MV for it, so if there's a video for it, I'd rather be familiar with that before I head into the album. In a separate video, I'll also be watching the Raining Spell for Love remake, Burn the Floor, and Tell Me Baby videos that they released in the last few months, because I did not know that those existed, so I will be reacting to those right after this, and then I'll be doing the full album, which will be up on my Patreon $2 tier. Yeah, and without further ado, I really want to know what Super Junior does with this comeback. I have not watched any of the teasers, because I usually don't like to do that. I want to go in blind, I want to be surprised, so this is going to be Super Junior House Party. Oh, that reminds me. Real quick, I just want to say, Donghae, who did that to your hair? That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on. It's funky and I love it. Yinhyuk. I do appreciate his flow. It's very disco-y. It's my vibe. Yes, he has such a unique vocal tone. I love it. Shilong. Yeah! So much disco to it! Oh, I love it! Ryowook! Oh, my baby! Oh, I like that. Do it again, please. Yes, that descending line. Oh, it's over. Morley took. Look. His voice, I swear. Oh. Hicha! Oh my gosh, oh. The way everything changed with that. Oh no! Not the skrs. My goodness. This song is some whiplash. Everyone looks so classy and nice. Oh! Oh, jeez. That's funny. Baby. There's so much Hicha. I'm so happy. Oh. Yes, yes, song. Oh, we went up there. Oh, I hear you, ad-libs. I love that suit. Oh, we went out with Yesung on the vocals. Oh, 10 albums, 15 years. I know I wasn't here for all of it, but man, I love them so much. I've just so much love for the second geners, just because that's around my age group. So I feel their music, like I feel a connection with them. Like you go back and you look at the older, like second gen stuff, all that like early 2000s era music, and sure, it all looks like dated, it all looks like 90s, early 2000s music, but you know, that was me growing up. That was what I grew up with. So it fills me with like this great nostalgia, and you know, I'm not bothered by the quote unquote dated nature of like some of the older K-pop music that I've heard. I really dig it, and it gives me so much joy to look back on like all this history that these older groups have, and to look back on their older stuff and like go through the years with them and see how not only they as a group, but as music and how K-pop as an industry has evolved and matured over time, and how music has just developed over time, and how tastes have differed over time. And you know, I love getting to know older groups just because I'm older, can relate. So I don't have to worry about any of them being teeny tiny little baby children, so it's great. But yeah, I love 슈퍼주니어 so much. I know I'm such a young elf, but I don't care. I will love them enough for all the years that I've missed. And I cannot wait to listen to the rest of the album. I'm going to do Melody right now. Like I said, I know for sure that I watched it, but I remember none of it. I'm pretty sure, I think I remember it being a ballad or like a more calm sort of sound. But like honestly, whatever it was just went right through me. I don't remember any of it. So, but I have seen it, so if you guys don't want to stick around for that, I totally understand. You can totally click off. But House Party, I am such a super stan of like a funk or disco type sound, or like an 80s synth sound. So this much, like these jazzy horns going off and like the disco beat, that is so my vibe. Every time Leeteuk or Yeowook show up, I'm like, I love you, please give me more of you. And there was so much Hicha. I'm so happy to see him. You know, he kind of just was doing cameos for a while there. I know he has an injury, and so he doesn't participate fully in the choreography or anything like that, but the way he turned up in the bridge and completely changed the entire energy of the song. It was like he popped in and was like, remember me, bitches, I'm still in the group, so let's take it in a new direction. It was so much fun. That is definitely a song I'm gonna be listening to a lot because that is my vibe and because I love 슈퍼주니어. So I thank them so much for that. I'm gonna move on to the melody now. If you want to leave, that's fine. There's gonna be another video with the other bonus videos that I talked about, and then the album review will be up on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. If you're leaving now, bye. And if you're sticking around, here's the melody. He has such a unique vocal tone. I can't get over how handsome Ituk is. I will never get used to it. Hey, Ichu. I don't know why I don't remember any of this. Maybe I was just not in the right headspace for this, but I love this. Look at you and your appropriate hair, Donghae. You love to see it. Can we talk about Ryeowook's voice? Can we... Yes, Ryeowook is cute and handsome and adorable, but his voice, shut up. Look at these absolute kings. I see you. I'm like, I recognize that. It's so interesting to hear, like, first a song that really showcases, you know, their rapping in kind of their more hip-hop delivery, and then to have this song that is more showcasing all of their vocals. They're definitely in here saying, yeah, we're all vocalists, we can all do this. Sit down and watch, we're all kings. We've been at this forever, we got this. And yeah, that's just such a nice, soothing, nostalgic sound and message to the MV. This is definitely like, we've been here 15 years, we have all this history, let's go back and reflect on it all. That's definitely the vibe of this song and this MV. And yeah, I don't know what happened when I initially watched it. I was in kind of like a K-pop slump, so maybe I just... everything I watched in that time period kind of just like came and went in my brain. So maybe I'm just finally like in the right place to actually sit down and appreciate everything that I am given. But yeah, that is so nice and lovely. I really want to hear like how it fits into the rest of the album, because I think that like song orders in albums are always really interesting to go back and look at and to listen and see how they arrange everything and see how they make the album tell a story. So I want to know like where this fits into the rest of the song arrangement. If you stuck around for this kind of bonus reaction that I threw in here, because I wanted to refamiliarize myself with the song before going into the album. Thank you for watching, and this is SuperJunior. I will see you guys in part 2 of this kind of like comeback celebration that I'm doing, and if you want to check out my reaction to the album, that will be up on Patreon. If not, that's totally fine, I understand. I will see you guys in the next video here on YouTube, and take care of yourselves. Elves, we're so lucky to have all of these years and years and years of excellent content from SuperJunior.